All right, so hey guys, I wanted to come on here real quick and give you guys an update. It's about 5:30, and I know you guys have been waiting all day patiently for some kind of a what happened today in court type of video. So I can't go into specific details right now with you guys, not maybe till a little bit later this evening, or until I speak with the family a little bit more in detail about exactly what they want the message out or whatever. But on a positive note, where we're at right now with things for the update for the evening is that you guys need to be aware that Betty and Larry need a very good family attorney, and we need to make that happen for them, or at least try to facilitate that. And in addition to that, we need to maybe try to get them a just a general legal counsel that's outside of the family attorney. So that's kind of where we're at right there. What I learned today from the legal system is that Betty and Larry need to have a suitable home for the family to come home to, for the courts and the state to release them back into Betty's, I guess, guardianship, care, custody, control. In that light is that she needs to have a home that's suitable. And I made a video about 10 minutes ago, and then I thought about it and I deleted it because I said the house has to be ADA compliant, and the first two comments, you guys were already tearing that apart. If you guys notice, everybody in that family is on a cane. Ray's not necessarily on a cane, but Ray has some serious issues with his knees. And Lorraine's on a cane, Betty's on a cane. I'm not really sure about Larry. He, sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't. Depends on what he's doing. But the information that was given to me today is that the home needs to be, in the future, it needs to be ADA compatible, ADA, compliant. So, because they're in their elder years, right? And additionally to that, it needs to be set up however, whatever terminology that you guys want to use for it, it needs to be set up as if it was like an adoption home. So if any of you guys know anything about an adoption home, there has to be a escape plan, there has to be an evacuation plan, there has to be emergency phone numbers posted. You've got to have smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors in every room. You got to have fire extinguishers. You've got to have a ladder if you're on a second story, to where you can, like, collapsible ladder, throw it out the window so that you can escape. It has to be a safe home, and that's what CPS and APS says that is suitable for them to approve someone. Like, if you wanted to adopt a child, you have to have a home that's suitable for that. And the home that they currently live in does not, it doesn't pass the smell test, it doesn't pass the standards, and it would take a lot of money to bring that house up to standard. So what we need is to try to put Betty and Larry in a position of having a home that is suitable for them to come home to and be approved by APS and by the courts. So in the video I said it needs to be ADA compliant. In theory it does, but that's not a specific direction from the court. So like I said, I know you guys will tear that apart. But where they're all in their 70s and 80s, they are going to need some ADA compliant things in the very, very near future. But it will need to meet those requirements of, as if it was an adoption home or a caretaker home. And there is very specific things in there. Like I said, I've already mentioned them. I don't need to go over those again and repeat myself. And then, of course, the caretaker or the home health care nurse, the home health care aide, whoever has care, custody, and control, will have to be certified on some things. They'll have to have CPR, first aid, things like that. So that's where we're at. I've been asking for a list of what do we need to do in order to get them home, and I got that list today. And so I'm not going to say anything further. I'm going to talk with the family this evening a little more, and I'm going to find out exactly what message that they want to put out themselves, or do they want me to put out, and then we'll go from there. So I wanted to give you guys the update. Sorry about the video that was only up for 1 minute and 50 of you guys got to see it and tear it apart. I hate that you guys feel like you got misinformed there. You know, it's the way it is, guys. Let's just try to have a positive night. And we did, you know, learn some things today, so that's a positive. The positive is we learned some things today, and I'm sharing them with you guys so that way you will know what's going on. I know you guys have been waiting on that update all day, and that's where we're at right now. So stay tuned, and we'll get back on here after we get some clarifications. Have a good night.